It's Tuesdays, Who's Days with me, Jeccles69, and whose days is it? Fuck if I know. It is the first of what I hope to be a perfect month, and it's actually started off quite well for me. I actually got up before 6 AM. First time in ages. I went on to the stock exchange and just had a quick look around to see how good my predictions would be on the exchange rate of US dollars and euros and pounds, and I would have lost a bit, but I would have made a lot more if I was actually putting some money in there. But at the moment I'm just taking my time, looking at it and seeing if what I think will happen is going to happen over the long period of time, such as it going up or down. And my predictions haven't been too bad either. I think most of them have been right today, at least. I mean, my predictions for tomorrow could be terrible, and if I was to put money on it I could lose so much. That's why I'm going to take my time over this month to actually wake up early enough to be on there and online before they open to the public, so I can see kind of what the day's going to hold for the stock exchange and the rate exchanges. But we'll see how it goes, and whilst I do this over the next few months I will of course be saving money so that I can actually start doing it for real and probably end up losing it all, but let's hope not. Let's hope I make enough to at least put away for a rainy day and for later on down the line. I've also managed to do a bit of tweeting on Twitter and a bit of video watching on YouTube, along with recording, editing and uploading my hits on Twitter and my technology news for today as well, which is a daily episodes series, so you can go check them out on my channel. At the moment I'm just recording my last video. This is the last video of the day, is my mumblings, and doing a bit of weights. So far, for the first day of what I hope to be a perfect month, it seems to be going pretty damn well so far. Except for the fact that the news has completely given me a what the moment with the outcome of the Rolf Harris case. If you haven't seen Russell Brand talking about it on his YouTube channel, then I suggest you go check it out, because what he says is quite apt for the situation. I mean, I wasn't a big fan of Jimmy Savile and never was, so when all this stuff came out about him I wasn't that surprised, or I don't know, it was bothering, but I wasn't bothered that it was Jimmy Savile, if you understand what I mean. It's kind of like finding out that the guy up the road that you hate has been arrested for beating someone up. You know, you're surprised that it happened, but you're not surprised that they did it, kind of thing. But with Rolf Harris, I was really surprised that the courts have found him guilty, and plenty of people are still supporting him on YouTube and on Twitter, and other people are just in shock. But until they actually release what evidence they had against him and the details of the court case to the public, then we only have our conclusions about what happened and our own opinions and views about the sentencing of Rolf Harris. So it's going to be interesting to see what evidence comes out over the next few months to collaborate what the police and the witnesses and the accusers said about him. But he was such a big part of a lot of my generation and the people, you know, my parents' generation and other generations' kind of entertainment on the TV. I mean, he did his Animal Rescue, which really appealed to adults, and he did his art masterclass, which really appealed to the grandparents, and he had his music when he first started, which appealed to our parents when they were younger, and they appealed to us as kids, and his children's art shows, and just the way he interacted with people was such a friendly and welcoming way that to find out that this is real, or that the evidence behind it is substantial enough to make it real, depending on which viewpoint you take, it is still a shocking verdict. And you just have to, I don't know, there's parts of your childhood which then become shrouded and seem a little bit darker when you actually listen to the lyrics of his songs and see, like when you watch back over his videos, there's just something that you don't understand anymore, and it's so sad that it's happened. And it is truly a what the f moment. It really is. But definitely check out Russell Brand's reaction to it, because he's just so apt. And he's pretty much said what I was going to say when I found out about it, so it kind of makes my speech rather short, which I'm sure many people are glad about, but still, shocking. Just shocking. But have you heard about the new Dragon Age game that's coming out? They showed it at E3. They seem to have taken a lot of inspiration from Skyrim and of course the other Dragon Age Origins and their own take on the open medieval RPG worlds, but they seem to have taken certain aspects from Skyrim and made them better. Like when you go up against a dragon, rather than hitting a huge block, you can actually deal damage to parts of its limbs. So if you hit its front leg, it will be limping. If you hit its back leg, it will be limping. Hit both of them, it will be immobilized. Take out a wing and it won't be able to fly. They've added loads of monsters. They've created a world where you actually change the political viewpoints and stances of it. So if you take over one area and you start to take people in and they will start working for you, when you go through that area, the roads will have your men on it instead of the enemies. And because you can ascend in the ranks, you have different speeches that you can say to people that would help out in the courts and in the parliaments, and you can tell them what to do. And rather than simply just walking away from a conversation like you do in Skyrim, you know, they're there talking away and you're running around the room kind of thing, you can actually say, I'll be back later to finish with this. So all the side quests you have aren't as detracting or distracting from the main quests itself, because you can in effective press pause on it to the character that has given you this mission, rather than kind of accepting the mission and then not bothering with it for 3 or 4 actual days whilst you go and do loads of side missions to then come back to it, and he just kind of hasn't noticed the fact that you haven't bothered in like the last week to do anything about the impending horde that's coming down, or the fact that you needed to get this spear to drive back the evil and you've just kind of poo-pooed it for 2 weeks. You know, that those things affect the game. So they've really pushed their open world of Dragon Age to another limit, taking in lessons and inspirations from Skyrim. And when I say they kind of made it a bit better than Skyrim, I'm talking about the original disc version of Skyrim, not what Skyrim ended up being with its downloadable content and updates, such as building homes and adding extra lands, becoming different creatures and things like that, but the original as it was released game of Skyrim. And the controversial point in this game is the fact that they have an all-out male gay character for you to, I don't want to say play with, for you to choose. Yeah, you're gonna get a lot of controversy, especially from the Bible-bashing, homo-hating US American Christians out there that take religion to a whole new extreme level, a scary level. And you're also going to get the media looking into it, people having their own BS opinions about a gay character being in a game and things like this. I mean, it's a step forward in the acceptance of that lifestyle of gay people. So it's a step forward in the acceptance of gay people, and it's a step forward in the open world game. So Dragon Age has really pushed the boundaries in all directions with their next game that's coming out. And if you haven't checked out any of the gameplay videos or interviews from the E3 convention that happened last month about Dragon Age, then I suggest you go do so, especially if you are a huge gamer and you love the Dragon Age games. Personally, they're not something I ever found that interesting, but this one definitely appeals to me, especially considering the fact that you can actually jump in this one. Why would you get rid of jump anyway? Jump has been the pinnacle of every game since platformers were created. Why would you get rid of jump? It makes no sense. This has been the Jeccles69 channel, and this has been my Tuesday mumblings for Tuesdays. Whose days? I still don't fucking know. Remember to subscribe and comment to my channel. Follow me on Twitter at Jeccles69 and like me on Facebook.com/Jeccles69. Until next time, take care and keep smiling. Watching this video by me, Jeccles69. Remember to subscribe and comment to my YouTube channel for some more great interviews and reviews, along with some more additional content. Remember to follow me on Twitter at Jeccles69 and like me on Facebook at Facebook.com/Jeccles69. Thanks for watching. Remember to enjoy, share, like and subscribe and comment. Until next time, take care and bye.